say Happy Black History Month to everybody.
Yes, that's what time it is. That's the time of year. February.
8th day.
Good thing about
Today's
right.
the 8th.
Yeah. 8 days into this beautiful, beautiful month. February, Black History Month. I see there's lots of all kinds of events. And yeah, I'm glad that we got a chance to go to the movies that, just the other day we went to the movies and got to see, some good movies are out there these days.
Yeah.
Start the
They
year
talk
off right.
about Black History Month, but now, how do we do this thing? I'm all for Black History Month. A lot of people say they picked the shortest month of the year. At one time it was a week, it was a Black History Week, then it went to a month. But this time we get 29 days.
Leap year, because of leap year, that's right.
I never complained about the 28 days or the 29, I'll tell you why. Because after Black History Month, the next month is March, which is Women's Month.
Yay, Women's Month.
Normally when you talk about women, you talk about women that have done, things against, against the odds and stuff like that. Victory from
right,
jaws to
they
defeat.
survived. They've succeeded against all odds. Yes.
And most time that I went into any of those functions for Women's Month, it's always been about Black women, and stuff. So, I always said that they give us one month and we kind of, borrow the next month, because I don't really end Black History Month until April 1st, and stuff, so that's what I do.
So that's a good concept. That's a way to look at it. I don't, yeah.
It's all about how you look at things.
February.
Another thing too, you go to these different functions and I don't know, we're gonna have to put a cap on this thing, I think, and it's just my opinion, about this Africa thing, the continent of Africa. Because as a Black American, right? Now, I weigh and balance how people talk, right? Certain things that, as our Black American culture, we got some Black American culture ways, on things.
Oh yeah, Elmo, with that, every culture has their own ways of, how they see things.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is that, all right.
I got my black shoes on for Black History Month.
When we talk about Africa, as Black American people,
You won't find no string on these shoes.
the string will be back. But when we talk about Africa and stuff, that's what we talk about.
Oh, what, the diamond?
We talk about diamond, gold,
uranium,
titanium.
I know.
But now, I know you've been to South Africa.
I went to South Africa.
Now, they don't like to be called natives, right? The Black Africans.
Right.
So what do they call themselves? The original Africans, or what do they call themselves?
They just call themselves African.
Oh, so
They don't put any special name to it.
they don't say Native African.
No.
So what do the white South
African.
African call themselves? Same thing, African.
Oh, I believe so. I mean, they were not like I don't think it got mentioned. We just did it with the tour guide was explaining it to us, and our tour guide happened to be Black. So I don't think anybody did approach her to ask that question.
Okay.
What do the white Africans
Because
call
remember we went to
themselves?
The View, and remember the lady said she was South African. Remember you said you had just came back from.
Oh, there was a woman.
And
Yeah,
she was white.
yeah.
She was white. She was.
Yes, I know, right?
Yeah.
We get to do some fun stuff.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, do we have two concepts of Africa? Because as Black people, I think that we talk about the economy of Africa. When we talk about Africa, we always mention about the gold, diamonds, and things like that. The titanium.
Elmo, what's that book?
This is a book on the Economist's World Atlas, okay, and Almanac. So this tells you about different nations and what their GDP is.
Right.
So like I'm here,
The gross
Haiti,
domestic product.
Dominican Republic, Cuba, Jamaica,
Yes.
what they import and what the things like that.
Okay. Their economy. Yeah, how
Yeah.
they're what they make and
What they make and things like that. Now,
Sure. Awesome. Wow.
just looking at this right here and thinking, when we talk about Africa, what I notice is that, and it's not just the Black Americans, the people that's in the diaspora, the ones that was forebears come from Africa, ancient Africa, come from ancient Caribbean and stuff like that, South America. We always talk about the minerals. We talk about the diamonds and the gold and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because we want those diamonds.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
look,
like,
we
okay.
we want some a diamond or two. And I know the last time we were talking
Like,
about the ring.
Like it says,
diamond ring.
this is an old book, but it's going to say little things. The Congo, which is Zaire, Africa. In spite of Marxist-Leninist ideology, the Congolese government has turned to Western interests for help in exporting its offshore oil fields and to the IMF, which is the bank, and aid for structural adjustment. And the 1986 oil price slump imposes a severe toll on development plans, particularly as Congo has a high debt service burden for its size. But oil firms have still found it worthwhile to bring new fields on stream, and the country is Black Africans' fifth largest producer. Timber is the only other significant export. So what they talk about here is the domestic product, and things like that. And as a Black American, right, that's what we talk about. I could fall into any Black American conversation, whether they're church people, whether they are what they call nationalists, people that think that we should go back to Africa tomorrow, whatever. But
I went back to Africa.
now I'm talking about to stay.
Oh.
That it's home and this, that, and other. And
I didn't feel like it was home when I was there, though.
Right, I understand that, but I'm just saying is that's how a good many people feel. But at the same time, like, I've never met someone from Africa, and I guess it just called them African origine, that's migrated over here, or immigrated over here. They don't seem to have that concept. Like, I've never had a gold conversation or a titanium or uranium,
With somebody from Africa?
Never had that conversation. Have you?
No.
Just think that, but I noticed that us that's in the diaspora, meaning that America, South America, Caribbean, and stuff like that, the islands, we always talk about that.
I never really, Elmo, you raised
the
really
gold, the diamonds. I
only talked about it to the point of something I read in a book. Or something I saw in a movie. I never heard had like a live conversation with a person about diamonds.
But I'm saying that the average. But what I'm saying, if we go to a Black History thing today, and someone talk about Africa, they're gonna talk about the gold, the diamonds, they don't mention oil that much, but the titanium, cobalt, and uranium and stuff to build Africa. But that's like Black American or the people in the diaspora conversation, because I know some pretty good fellows from Africa that I've had conversations, and they may talk about home a little bit, but they never bring up the gold, the titanium, or whatever. But we brings it up.
What is that?
That's the question I'm asking you, Thelma. What is that about? Elmo's asking that question. What is that? Is that?
Let's Google it and find out.
No, I don't think Google could tell us that. No, because
Google know everything.
No, I don't think they know this.
They know a lot.
I think that I'm getting very.
I look up a lot of stuff on Google.
Yeah, but I'm wondering. Let's a writer put it out there that
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
is there something about us because we were so disenfranchised in these other places that we try to match Africa with our homeland? Like America is my home. My family come from Georgia 101 years ago. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to actually live in Africa. I would know how to visit Africa. But my home and all my graveyards, and in fact, I was just on the phone the other day to the graveyard and talking to them about my father's grave and my mother's grave. I couldn't, I couldn't bear just like leaving my whole history here and going someplace else. And
yeah, but it's not the same like that anymore. It's not the same anymore like that, Elmo. But go ahead with your thoughts.
Well, the point, I don't know that it's ever been like that.
Right, so
but what
behind
I'm saying
is behind,
yeah.
but starting with now, where we're at now,
I'm saying
we're headed.
I don't know that it was ever, because I read
Well,
something about Maya Angelou when she was over there teaching years ago, and she in Ghana, I believe, and after a while she picked up a lot of Lent, a lot of difficulty.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that I don't know whether it's ever been like that, but maybe is it in like that in our mind, because our conversation, right, for years has been about Africa, right? We talk about Africa, the motherland, right?
Right.
But we don't just say the motherland like we talk about, gold, uranium, titanium, and I even heard people talk about cobalt, which I don't even know what that is, and iron and steel and
but
producing.
What about it though?
Well, we talk about it as if though that we could maybe become
Get some of it
to sell. I imagine. I guess.
That we would get it and sell it.
Well, we talk about it like okay. When I talk to a person, you say they don't like to be called native, so I just call it African original.
Okay.
When I talk to a person that was born on a continent,
right,
that immigrated here,
right,
all right, I've never had that conversation with them.
Okay.
It don't even come up nowhere. Right. They could talk about wherever they come from, but that don't come all that.
Countries and
but
all that.
They don't
talk about
they
that.
never talk about.
And why? But you don't say you don't know why they don't.
This is what I'm trying to say. So, what is it about us, right, that we always talk about the gross domestic product?
What?
We talk about the gross domestic product.
Right, and so do they.
No, I've never had a conversation with an African person.
Talking about their gross domestic product?
I've never heard of nobody. Have you ever talked to, you work in education, have you ever talked to an African woman that talked to you about gold? About titanium? Have you ever had that conversation? Have you ever had that conversation?
Well, I haven't had a conversation, quite frankly, Elmo, I haven't had a conversation with anybody talking about those things.
Okay, but
I haven't, but maybe you haven't.
But have you felt, okay.
I've never even felt the need, and I taught students who were from all over.
Okay, but if you fall into some of these Black American think tanks, I call them.
Oh, you mean like the NAACP?
Well, yeah, not so much of that, but the other ones that may be some kind of branch, Dr. this, or Dr. Leonard Jeffries, if you remember him. He's still around.
I do.
Dr.
I said there was an Oxford or somebody.
Small, I think.
Okay, so but what are you getting at with this?
The point I'm getting at is that we, it's like when we talk about Africa, we talk about those, basically we talk about the money.
I know.
Like, we talk about the gross domestic product. We talk about the uranium and titanium and
okay,
well, Africa got this, got that, and got gold, it got this and that.
Well, Africa does have something. Every country has a product.
That ain't what I'm saying. Of course, what I'm saying is that as a Black American,
yes,
my life as I've grown up through the Black American experience, and I've talked to different people. I mean, went to different meetings, like
okay,
and you hear that. It's like, okay, if someone had a certain beat, if you was into instruments, right, and you heard this beat, and you go someplace else, you hear. Then you go someplace else, you hear. You said, there's that beat. There's that beat.
Okay.
Right? But then you come someplace else and they beat this. That's a different beat. That's different than. So what I'm saying is that
yes, Elmo, what are you saying?
I'm saying that our beat is different than the people that's actually from Africa. And I got another thing. I got another thing to say too. I got another thing. Maybe
Good
just
to know.
to throw this point out, so maybe you can look for it. Like I'll say, this is my queen, right? Like you're my queen. You got my king.
I already know where you're going with this one, Elmo.
Right?
This is like that string and that ring.
No, this ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yes.
This has a lot to do with the geographic location we had.
Okay.
Like, I've never really heard a person from Africa refer to his woman as a queen. You understand?
Okay.
Like I would say, like we all say Queen Latifah, of course, but then we also say Queen Aretha Franklin.
Everybody's a queen.
No, but that's what we say.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
What I'm saying is that
in Africa they don't do that.
No, well, even to the people that come here, that they don't seem to
throw the word queen around
like that. So whatever, you know.
Right,
so
they really have real queens.
Maybe they have real queens.
They have real queens. So they don't just call everybody a queen.
Yeah, like in us, everybody gets to be a queen. Everybody gets to be a king. Say, look at that little
everybody
king.
Gets to be a prince.
Right.
Everybody gets to be a princess.
We don't really say prince. Well, we say princess.
We do. We say that our sons are prince. Oh, we do. Absolutely.
I haven't heard that much.
Oh yeah, but
I've heard that very little. I've heard.
You heard that very little.
I heard it like, look at the little princess. We don't say.
We say that.
We don't say look at the little prince. We say look at the little king. I never.
How does he get to be a king and how does he get to skip being a prince?
Well,
you gotta be a prince first.
Okay, like years ago.
You gotta be a prince first. Just like you gotta be a princess before you're a queen.
Years ago, when I was a little boy, and I interviewed Elijah Muhammad's daughter last year, and
Elmo, you did that?
Yes, and
oh wow,
it's on YouTube, and I told her that these guys were beating up this black man. They was beating him up, and I ran to the reverend, and then the reverend started praying and jumping up and down. So I was a little boy. I said, "What you gonna do, reverend?" I said, "I seen somebody sitting on your car last week, and you punched him in the face. So what you gonna do?" He kept praying. So I ran to the Muslims. So when I ran there, right, and they, said, "What's wrong with you, young soldier? Look at him. From the tribe of Shabazz. He's a king. Look at him." So they built me up before I could even tell them the story. I was out of breath and everything. Look at him. Roy and King and oh my God. And then I told them, and they told me to show them where the guys was at. And I showed them. Of course, I ran and showed them. And they went and took care of it. But the point I'm making is that, I was called king. And I was telling Layla Muhammad, I said, they built me up so much, They said I was from the tribe of Shabazz. You know what I mean? That's the first time I heard that. I had never heard of the tribe of Shabazz, So I was a little boy. They said, look at him, strong warrior from the tribe of Shabazz. He's a king, look at him. And all the other guys agreed, yeah, look at him, look how strong he looks. So I'm tired and I'm moving around like I'm a real warrior. I felt that energy, you understand? So, but what I'm wondering is some things that we have adopted in these diasporas, right? Now, I don't say it to put us down, but it lifts us up,
Yeah, it feels good to be called.
It's not like saying he's a snake in the grass over there.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You say he's a
an
king.
animal.
Yeah, But yeah, I just was wondering about that right there for Black History Month this year. What is
We
it?
should talk about that more.
Well, we're talking about it now. That
Yes,
what
we
is
are.
it that
Elmo, we are talking
you
about
know.
it right now.
I think that we've gotten away from so many things and that we don't, we don't. I think we, as Black Americans, I would say this for you. I think that we don't sit down and dissect our own culture to know, the ins and outs of what we do to give us strength. And calling your girl a queen is an endearment and stuff like that.
A term of endearment.
And things like that. But it's some things that we do that gives us strength.
Different, yeah.
So that's why I wonder, about this
Yeah,
whole
that's
thing, like, how, and I guess the last part of this right here, how are we gonna land this ship? Sometimes I say, we in the diaspora, it's like a ship flying, I remember when I was in the 80s, I was gonna design this aircraft.
What?
And, yeah, I wrote it down on paper. I said, it's never gonna have to land. It'll have a landing gear, but it don't have to. The engines will pull one way and power the other engines back and forth, almost like a convectional current, and that the plane would never have that, because I was thinking in terms of a nuclear, Holocaust, nuclear strike, that if we should have that strike, it'd be years before you could land on the ground. So I was trying to design this plane, this aircraft, that it would never have to land. You know what I mean? That we could grow stuff on it, almost like
living in space.
Almost,
Space
but more so, I'll say I got the idea. I would lie here if I didn't tell the truth. I got the idea from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because they said that there's a mothership up there. And so, at that time I didn't know about
Where's the daddy ship at?
Well, you call your country a mother, you don't call it, you don't say,
The father?
You don't really say fatherland, you say motherland.
Fatherland?
Like when they say Africa, they say motherland, because mother gives birth. And see, this is where things go kind of crooked. Even when we give y'all the credit for things, now you questioning me, why ain't the daddy? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying is, see, that right there.
Can we be fair and partial?
But see,
fathering.
Yeah, but see, that's what this. Now I understand a lot about how you have to readjust your thoughts, because even as a woman, I'm saying motherland or mothership, meaning giving birth to a woman with mother, right? Okay. Why they don't call it that? That's kind of counterproductive. You being honored.
It could be a different
you being honored, and you really don't know how to accept it. Let me say this right here. When I came from Newark years ago as a young man, it was a curse for me to jump on that bus before that sister got on the bus. Especially if it was a sister a few years older than me and she had kids. That was a curse. It was a curse for me to be on the bus and a sister need a seat and not offer it to her. That was a curse. It was a curse. That's something you're supposed to do. When you get up, sister, yes, you can have the seat. But just like you just said that, right? It was a curse to see a sister car stuck in snow. You get out there and try to push the car, dig the snow out.
Wish they were still like that these days. But no, you can't help everybody these days.
But I'm going to tell you something.
People are different.
I remember, as I look back on in the early 90s, how y'all killed that spirit. Because y'all be so combative about things that I had to learn, just for my own safety, to let you just be, man. I remember, it's true.
No.
Okay, I
You
remember
never
one
have
time,
to just stop
no, I can't do
being
that no
nice
more. Can't do that no
guy.
more. Because I tell you what, I remember one time there was a woman stuck at the airport. And the snow had to be 6 feet tall. I had this truck.
I remember that year, so
I had this big shovel. I'm talking about my shovel scoop almost like 3 feet long. Wow. And I said, sister, right? I said, can I help you? Mm-hmm. It was her, it was 2 flight attendants. Mm-hmm. And her and her friend had a McDonald's tray moving the snow. So I pulled my truck. I said, can I help you? We don't need your help. Both of them are nasty too.
Oh boy.
The white one and the black one.
Oh.
They were nice. Like, wow, my God. I said, okay. No. And I left.
Oh my God.
There was times, I remember one time, right, I had to make some adjustments.
That's way too much.
Elman had to make some adjustments. I remember one time I stopped on a highway. Mm-hmm. There was this family on the highway on 78. At the time I lived in Plainfield. And I had my truck, and I see them stuck there looking at the tires. I said, oh man, let me get in and help these people. So I pulled in front and I go to help them. They remained scared and fearful all the time I was changing the tire. I had my truck, my white truck in front, changing the tire. Cars coming by 70, 80 miles per hour. They're scared to death.
I would be scared of those cars moving at 80 miles an hour.
No, they were scared, like, you know. Like
I was scared of you?
Yeah, like if I'm going to rob them or something. I mean, I got
and you
my
were just
truck.
trying to help them.
I got my truck, I got my jack, I got my big thing, the brick, the lugs and everything.
Wow.
And stuff. And
oh my God.
So a few things.
And
right?
they were afraid that you were
the way they act. And then one time, I'll tell you the last time, it was a woman on 22.
Oh, 22, that's and a dangerous highway. Anyway.
Her tire broke. And I said, miss, let me help. And I'm jacked the car. While I'm trying to jack the car, all she kept saying, I don't have no money. I don't have, she's hollering at me. I said, miss, I'm good. I'm just trying to help you to get off, you know. And she stayed on that, man. You know. And then there's been there was some time, this is the early 90s, and she would shape my mind today. You escalate a sister, a woman there. You said, go ahead. And it's been a tug of war. No, you go. Go. No. So you know what?
I've done that before. I know.
You know what? Like. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something.
No, you go.
No. Tell you what I've learned to do.
What?
And that was very hard. It was very hard. I learned, and it was hard. That was a hard thing to get out of my system.
What's that?
I don't do that no more. And you know what? It don't even bother me no more.
No, Elmo, don't say that.
I could see a sister,
Chivalry
a woman.
Can't be dead.
No, you can't do it. Listen, I could see a woman with 10 bags and walk right by her.
No,
and don't say one word. No, you can't do it.
You got it. No, Elmo,
you cannot
let the people change you like that, Elmo.
No, you can't do it.
If you were
you can get yourself in trouble trying to help somebody.
Well,
if they don't want your help.
That's true.
You can get yourself in a world of trouble.
No, even when we learn CPR, if we take CPR classes, they teach us, down there at the center where I work, they teach us that we have to say to a person, do you want to go to the hospital? Like say somebody's passed, you cannot even force them to go to the hospital.
Well, that's a little bit different what I'm saying. I'm just saying just common chivalry. There was a time.
No, it's in the same line.
There was a time in the 80s.
People may not
I was raised to really be there, or to lift your car up, but I had to change that for my own safety.
Well, let's be clear here, Elmo.
I don't do that no more.
You can still open my door. You can still change my tires.
Well, you say that right there. But you just said when I spoke of the mothership, you said why there is not a fathership. So you're on that same level that they are outside. And if I was not dating you, I would not help you either. I would walk right by because I've been burnt many times. And I'm not going to get myself in trouble trying to help someone who don't want my help.
No,
and that right there
but
can happen. And that right there can happen. It can very
that's right.
well
Well,
happen.
you know, that's well.
So people
People
help
are different. People have
help
changed.
shape
Society
the way
has
you are.
changed.
So when
Yeah,
women
you're right.
when women cry, oh, I don't know why men are not like that no more. You made them like that. Because I remember, I gave this last example. This woman was getting on the employee bus at the airport, and she must have had a bag bigger than me.
A bag bigger than you,
Bigger than
Elmo. Oh
me.
my God, that's
So,
that's
you know,
not a bag.
I
That's
lift
not
the
a bag.
bag.
That's a
I lift
chest.
the bag
That's a
up.
chest.
I lift the bag up and got it on the bus. Oh my God. She talked about that bag all the way.
Oh.
It must be too heavy for you.
Oh.
It must be this, it must be that. So I said, you know what? To myself, if it's too heavy for me, and unless you bionic, maybe you're a bionic woman or something, I don't know. You know,
It's sure not gonna be too heavy for you.
right. So what I did was when the bus stopped,
What you do, Elmo?
I got off that bus and left her on that bus with that bag. You can't, listen, the reason why the chivalry is dead is because you
Killed
women
it. We
killed it. Y'all killed that.
No.
And it's not just a black woman thing, it's a white woman thing too. She right there with y'all. Y'all all killed it.
Slaughtering it.
Y'all slaughtered that thing. Because what y'all did was, y'all
What do
took
we do?
the independence and the jobs or whatever, and y'all really, it was an energy I don't think that you could handle. So then what you did was turn abusive.
What?
You turn abusive. A woman can be very abusive in a catty way. I remember this woman I used to date years ago, and she had made a deal on some property or whatever, and then we were talking, and you know what that fool said to me? Oh, you wouldn't understand because you know you lift bags at your job.
Oh.
And I said, okay, right. It was me, right, that put into this fool's mind on how to even handle her business. You understand? I read anywhere from 50 books to 100 books a year. So I'm like, you know, you didn't have to go there because you made one little deal, you know what I mean? But what I see a lot,
One little deal.
you made a deal and you know went crazy, you know, and stuff, and I see that a lot with women and stuff like that. And one time, you know, because I you know, Black American.
Well, it's Black History Month.
And I personalized it, and I thought that it was just a black woman thing. But then Oprah Winfrey years ago had on her show, she had this woman named Dr. Patricia Allen, who wrote a book, Getting to I Do. And when I read that book, right, and I seen how, you know, the men had been, these white men, of course, in this book, the story she was telling, have been readjusted by their woman. So it's more like I don't know whether it's an American thing or whatever, but you know, it's rough.
Rough.
You know, so I think that.
I don't know how we're gonna fix it.
Well, I think that y'all can fix it if y'all have class on it. Y'all need
some coaching sessions.
Need some coaching sessions on it.
Oh.
Because
Coach Thelma, we're here to help you.
Well, can you know with what you just said about this is what I'm saying. A lot of y'all have those positions, right? Coach, psychologist, this and other, but you just as contaminated as a person that don't even know left from right.
Well, don't worry about it. We'll figure it all out. We'll get it all squared away because we are women and we have this unique power.
What time y'all figure it out?
And this unique...
Wait, hold. Now, time you figure that out. Okay, suppose you give this class and somebody figured it out. They got it. Some woman got it, right?
Yeah.
But I've been affected already.
Well, yeah.
So when they were, hey, I thought you were going to change my car tire. And I walked right by like it ain't nothing. You understand what I mean? Because remember now, when you put that nail nail that nail into the wall, it leaves a hole. So there's kind of like a hole in my soul in dealing even with a woman on certain things. I'm not going to be that, that savior that I thought I was supposed to. I was raised to be a savior.
Save
See,
me.
yeah, like you,
Save
sweet
me.
Polly, and I'm underdog.
I am sweet Polly.
You
I'm sweet
understand me?
Thelma.
But I was raised to be that way.
Yeah, and most men were.
And
most men.
well, yes.
Yeah, most men were raised that way.
What I learned
or
was
socialized
it was hard, right? Because the turn.
Yeah.
Okay, you travel on a train a lot, right? Okay. You ever been on that PATH train, right?
Okay.
The PATH.
Yeah, I have been on.
And you sit in the last car or the first car.
Never sat in either one.
Or even the middle car.
Okay.
Going
Middle.
to on the PATH train, going to
Hoboken.
no, not Hoboken, going to
World Trade.
the World Trade Center.
Okay.
All right.
I did that.
If you sit in the last car, or the middle car,
right,
or the first car, when it leaves exchange places, is the last part of Jersey. Exchange places is Jersey. Exchange places.
Oh.
You got Grove Street, I think, Journal Square, Grove Street, I think, and then Exchange Places.
Something like that.
Okay. Grove Street is in there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. So when it leaves Exchange Places, and if you're in that last car, that first car, the path goes through a series of turns. And if you're in that last car, as it going around something, you can almost see, the other cars if you're looking out the window. As it's cutting through, you hear it making that squeaky noise and it's going around. And then next thing you know, you land right there in the World Trade Center. You come in. It goes this way, it goes that way, and then it goes a series, and then it goes around a series like a round, like a half moon, and then it lands right there in the World Trade Center. It's World Trade Center. All right. The term that a lot of you women laid down in the early 90s, right? Early 90s is 30 years from now, from where we at now. 30 years ago. It's going to be hard to make that, to turn us back. That's going to be hard because you didn't know when to stop. Like in other words, you didn't know when to stop. Even it came a point where even when the man is trying to help you and you need to help, you have refused to help.
There are times when that is.
I mean, it wasn't that,
But I think that's not just a woman thing. I think men.
No. We talking in terms. See, here's the deal. A woman has a magic that a man will never have. Even if a woman is married in a relationship, a man will almost do anything for a woman to help her. But it's her attitude and her disposition, right, that mess a man up. Now, a friend of mine told me one time, she said she was pregnant, and when she went in labor, she had nobody take her to the hospital, so she jumped on the bus, and she rode the bus there. The black man ain't no good, she said. I said, you telling a lie. She said, why are you gonna say that? You don't know. I said, listen. Even to the unworthy black man that's out there peddling drugs, out there robbing people, if a sister came up and say, listen, I'm getting ready to have my baby, I can almost, if I had money, but put a stack of dollars on this table right now and say that he would get her to that hospital. A homeless man would flag down a taxi and take his last dollar to get her to the hospital. And they check later to see that the baby born. It is the attitude of the woman from the 90s, as you guys was evolving into your independence, that has chased the courtesy out of a man. Because I know it's been beat out of me. And I'll tell you one thing,
So it's my job.
There's only certain
Put it
things
all
I'm gonna do.
back.
All you gotta do is say, no, it ain't gonna be done no more. I'm not gonna overly do it. If I see, I say, well, listen, you need air in my tire. No, I don't put no air in my tire. Okay.
Air on my tire.
I just, okay. And it took me a minute. It took me a minute, right, to get there. How did I get there? I didn't get there from God. I got there from you. What did Adam say? Adam said, God said, who did this, showed you that? He said, that woman you gave me. He said, that woman you gave me, she is the one.
Him?
9 times out of 10, that's what it is. And, you know.
Yeah, I know, but what?
So, I don't know how we're going to get back on that road.
I told you how we're going to get back.
I don't know.
So Thelma will be holding these classes to teach women how to embrace the desires of the man, right? Especially the black man. He's going to teach them how to embrace not only the desire, but like the needs. Like, so what I hear you saying is that, you know, men have certain needs. They need to feel like a hero. They need to feel like they have that strength, that they're providing that strength for that woman. They need to feel that their gifts and talents and abilities that were given to them by their creator. And when your creator, especially if your creator is God, but I know many people have different creators, but you know, you and I just met not too long ago, Elmo, so I can't say exactly who. I think I know who your creator is, but whoever.
That's too much. That's too much. We ain't gotta go we ain't gotta go all into the creation of man, this, that, and other, because you got a good job and you got some dollars, and now you want to talk some stuff, some smack. That's all this is. We ain't gotta go, what your God is and all this.
Okay,
ain't nobody got time for that
so let me
today.
wrap it up then.
Yeah, wrap it up. Ain't nobody got time for all that.
Well, let me wrap it up. All I'm
Wrap
saying
it up.
is that, we just kind of put some credibility to the situation. And I'm just saying that we have to do our part. Women, here's the thing. I was told that, you know, a woman can tear down her house with her own hands. So basically,
yes, exactly. She sure can.
That's in the Bible.
That's right.
In the Old Testament. So, but when I first heard that scripture, what immediately came to my mind is that, oh, okay. So if I, the woman, tore down with my own hands, then I, the woman, can build it back up with my own hands.
Well, let me interject this right here. It's like y'all have done it. Y'all have done it, and a lot of men have shrink to this right here.
They have.
Because if I marry you, I'm going from the old school, right? And in the reverend is gonna say, because I read old books, I'm reading books now that was written 101 years ago.
Yes.
I bought them off of eBay, and I'm reading every last one. I've got stacks of them. Now, when I get married, it's gonna say love, honor, and what's the rest?
And cherish.
No, not just that. No, so not. So you miss it.
It says love,
honor, and who?
Get your wife, whatever.
No.
Okay, love, honor, and obey.
Obey. That's it. I'm not gonna waver from that, because when my mama got married, and she stayed married 45 years.
Yes.
It was love, honor, and obey.
And
when my grandmother got married to come out of Georgia in 1923, it was love, honor, and obey.
Okay.
So what has happened that even us men, right, have become goofy, right? Because you got a career, so and you say, I don't love, honor, and obey. I'm gonna change that. We're gonna rewrite it. We ain't rewriting nothing. We can't rewrite this. And that's what happened today, because we done sold out to economics.
So
and now, wait. And now that the party, what Jesse Jackson said in 1988, he said that he would take Roosevelt as president in the wheelchair over Reagan and Bush on a horse. And he said that the Republicans had a party.
Yeah.
And you want the Democrats to pay for it. Now you pay for it. You had the party, now you pay for it.
Right.
So now, I say this here to the American woman of all colors, because my shaping, although I only dealt with black women, but my shaping of my being a gentleman, right, has come from dealing with the many different women, right, that you walk by today, or whatever, you go on the escalator before we know you, that kind of stuff, all that kind of mess. Your tires coming off. You can't ride that car. Maybe I change. No, I don't need you to change my tire. I got my own hands.
So many women been burned by men, or had by men, or used by men, and they abused by men.
Listen.
So
So what I'm saying is this right here is this, right?
What?
I think that the American man,
yes,
of all persuasion,
yes,
in your coaching, y'all need to make videos saying, I'm sorry. I apologize for my behavior from years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so
we'll do that. And I think some women have done that already. I've seen something like that on TikTok.
You make it TikTok and ClickClock
go
and
viral. I have seen
AOL and Facebook and YouTube and Xbox, or what do you call it, X now, or whatever, the old Twitter and everything. Because that's what Snapchat and everything. In fact, maybe what y'all need to do on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Here would be a good holy hill. Y'all need to go to Kinko's. They still got Kinko's out there?
No.
Staples. Go to Staples.
Yeah, I think they might have something like Kinko's.
Staples. Go to Staples and get a sign.
Okay.
You know them signs?
Yeah, them banners.
Big banner signs.
Yeah.
Say, I'm sorry, American man. I am sorry. And walk on Valentine's Day. Walk with that sign all day long.
From all the restaurants.
From everything.
Everybody's going to all the restaurants. Hey, by the way, did you make us reservations?
No, I didn't make no reservations.
Oh, wait.
I'm sorry.
We're going to go.
I'm sorry.
If you were sorry, you would. Okay.
You say, I'm sorry. That's what you have to say. All right? So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do that gladly, because you know what, you're right. And sometimes they say, when you know better, you can do better. And let's just face it, we didn't have, as women, we didn't have all the proper training as well. Because a lot of things were unspoken. You had to figure it out on your own. Even though we were...
No. You know what? I'm going to say this right here. I'll tell you where y'all got that from. See, that was a seed planted in the mind by the good woman. I have to say it. I don't want to say it.
Don't say it then if you don't want to say it.
But I'm going to say it because I want people to learn from it. We got set up, us men got set up by the good woman. What I mean by the good woman. You know that mother that was home and she would make dinner for her husband? At 5 o'clock she would make the dinner. And she would cook and sew his pants and everything. Unbeknown to her, because a lot of y'all went to universities and got good jobs, she spoke it into your spirit. You know what she said? You don't have to do what I do. See, I got to be here doing this for your father, but you don't have to do that. See, you don't have to be out here sewing and this, that, and other. Baby, did you? Yes, and then she wanted.
You saw that movie.
She
Love
wanted
basketball.
Right. She wanted to say, shut up. But she don't say she. Yes, I did it, dear, and this, that, and that. But then she tell her daughter, you ain't got to take this stuff like I take, because you have an education.
You're right.
And it was spoken into your spirit by good mama.
That's right.
So then, now what happened was this here.
And good mama had sons.
Yeah, but she had sons, but still she spoke that into your spirit. But then what happened is this right here. Good mama, although she was good, unbeknown to herself, here's what good mama did. Good mama made y'all like a greyhound, the greyhound dog, a runner. So when you came through that door, right, this, that, and the other, you don't come to that door with nobody like daddy. Because you remember, You got your education, you got your good job, you got this, that, and other, and you got your nice car. Right? All kinds of air conditioning, technical phonics, iPhone and everything, coffee maker. You got your nice headset, you got your nice clothes, and that's store bought. Right? You got your little diamond.
I don't have to take that other stuff.
But in the meantime,
I don't have to shop at Kmart.
In the meantime, while you saying that, while you coming in, mama adore you, right? Oh, you're this, you're that.
Darling,
in the meantime,
I'm a princess.
In the meantime, daddy is sitting here, and mama is sitting there, leaning on daddy, saying how independent you are. And in the meantime, you are lonely as hell. But you ain't gonna say it. Cause see, you done stop by Neiman Marcus or what do you call that place? Nordstrom's, and you done bought mama a dress. See, mama, oh, I got you this right here. And daddy just sitting back.
Glad he ain't got to buy it.
Cause daddy ain't gonna buy it, cause daddy know what daddy would buy for mama is thread and material. Because mama was making stuff with material and stuff like that. See?
Yep.
Okay? So what happened was y'all got set up. So then next thing you know, you stressed out. You're this, that, and the other. So then you fly to the island, you fly to the, oh, she gone. Look at Jamsey. Jamsey gone. she done, her girlfriend, oh man, they down in this St. Lucia. They girl night in St. Lucia. In the meantime, you down there in St. Lucia, wherever you at, girls trip.
Having a girls trip.
But y'all lonely as hell.
Well, no, because we're with our girls.
Now
we're
you still
fun.
You can be, yeah. How much fun you gonna have? Yeah. You're dancing, sipping, and this, that, and other. You're this, that, or you're bad.
We're bad.
Yeah.
We're dropping to the floor.
Dancing, and this, that, and other. Got your high heel shoes on. Walk, all that right there, this, that, and other. In the meantime, you by yourself.
Meanwhile, y'all love the
You're by yourself. But you by yourself. But so then, when a homegrown sister come in there, right? And she walking with her man, then y'all will resent that.
That's right. Who she thinks she is?
Who you think? Look at her. Ain't nowhere in the world.
He don't really love her.
And
this is what we be saying. This is what we be saying. Look how he looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we be saying. See how he catch his eye. Like we know how to play y'all.
He probably look over to you and say, I'm so happy I don't have you. I don't know what else to do. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have you. To have my woman here.
Looking at us because they wanted us. What do you mean? What they were looking at? Oh my
Advertiser.
Lord.
See, not a home cooked meal. So then y'all get mad.
Like that 80-20 rule that the guy said.
Well, I don't know what
Don't leave your 80 to go for the 20.
Look, it sounds like
so like
that,
the woman, like you want 100, you want 100%.
Right.
But the woman you got, she's only like the 80.
But see, so there's some things that you know, the words.
You don't know about the 80-20 rule?
I heard
we'll talk about.
Oh, Dr. King said there's some you know, there's some things coming along the way. You know, that we're gonna have to go through.
Okay.
And I specifically went to some of this way today because I'm trying to teach the people that there's some things that you got to go, that there's some things that we got to deal with. You know what I mean? As we fly in this craft, because it's time to bring it in for a landing.
Come on in.
See, coming for a landing, and coming in for a landing. Coming in for a landing. I'm gonna say it. Might not mean that Africa is your home.
Okay.
It may be a place for you to visit from a psychological point of view, not a physical where you're going to actually get so involved where you're going to, repatriate that land. You understand? So there's some things that we got to deal with because you know what? You know Disney World? Disney World got a character called Goofy. He's goofy no matter what he does. And a lot of stuff that we laying down, I'm going to tell you something.
It's goofy.
I'm not going to get the brownie points I deserve. But damn it, I don't care. We look goofy in what we do and what we say. Our behavior is goofy because I'll say like this right here. This here is my home.
Yeah.
The United States of America.
Yeah. Mine
But
too.
my family got 101 years in Jersey, the Garden State. But we come from the Peach State, which is Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
Now, no matter, what acceptance or whatever, or who don't accept me, you understand? This is my home.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing else. I may visit any other place, but this is my home.
Welcome home, Elmo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month to you. I hope that you learn from this year that God has put into us today.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I'm trying to do,
yeah.
I'm trying to bring you home.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you to land your craft.
Landing, boom.
So
Landed.
it ain't landing
Is it
yet.
smooth? No.
No.
Oh.
You gonna see? Let me tell you something. Your craft is so heavy, and it's moving so fast
Yeah.
that when it come in for a landing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're gonna reverse the engines.
Okay.
They're gonna have to use rockets to slow it down.
Oh.
Shoot
wow.
rockets out to slow it down, and parachutes to stop it before it hit the damn wall.
Oh.
Because you built a craft, man, that's way beyond the regular one. You went way out. Okay? You went way out. So to bring this thing home,
Got a lot of work to do.
you got, and it's gonna start with the mother, with the woman. That's what it's gonna start with. Cause it's you, right, that staged this war.
Oh.
It was you that staged it. Come home and talking all kinds of talk, book talk, and then you went down on the man because he didn't know how to change the tire. So now, to get that tire changed cost you $35. Now you really want that man. Remember the fish man that used to be on the corner was his fish truck on Friday? 3 pounds of fish for $5?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now you run him away. Right? Now you gotta go to fish markets, it's $10 a pound.
Plus you gotta get there.
You gotta get there. And the fish market cleans it so you don't even get the insides no more. See, people don't know about that. The inside of the fish. My mother, I would go buy this fish from Miss Bell on West Kennedy Street. And she would give me this fish and my mother would cut that fish and take the inside, the eggs out. She would cook the eggs and every damn thing. You understand me? Oh my gosh, you had eggs like this here. From the fish. Oh, and then sometimes the fish had a fish inside of it.
Okay.
Okay? But you don't get that at the fish market. He take that and guess what he do?
Oh, no.
He puts it in a little container and got $3 on it. Or $5 on it. You understand what it be? Say. So keep on tearing it up. Keep on tearing it up. You're going to have nothing left. That's all I say. So happy Black History Month.
Yeah, it's been great chatting about Black history and the month and celebrating it, and I'm looking forward to all the other events throughout the rest of this month.
Okay.
Should be nice.
All right.
As a matter of fact, headed to one right now.
Okay.
All right.
Elmo saying Happy Black History Month. And I hope that some of the lessons that we taught here today is character building. We don't mean to offend anybody. We're just trying to save our families and bring us back.
All right. We're coming back.
Come on back home.
All right. Come on back home.
All right.
Welcome home.
Welcome home. Bye-bye.
Bye.